Hi everybody, I'm Jim, and in this video we'll walk you through the installation process for DreamLine's Mirage-X shower door. Today we're installing the 56 to 60 inch version of the Mirage-X. It consists of a fixed stationary panel in a U-channel, a rolling door on a bottom track, and a top guide block. Here are some important facts about this model. The patented L-bar atop the stationary panel adds a stylish look while providing additional support. The door is reversible depending on your layout. The Mirage-X does not require solid wood reinforcement in the wall. You can use wall anchors if you like. Let's review a few key points before we unpack the door and start the installation. You'll need at least 1.5 inches of threshold depth to install this door. The Mirage-X offers 3/8 of an inch of out-of-plumb adjustment on the fixed panel side only. The Mirage-X has an overall width adjustment of up to 4 inches. Be sure the model size ordered will fit the finished opening before beginning the installation. Be sure the threshold is level from wall to wall and pitched slightly inward. If not, the installation cannot proceed. You'll also need to drill into at least one wall and the threshold for this installation. Some shower enclosures include a hollow space between the outer surface and the wall, preventing the proper installation of this door. Be sure the surfaces are solid and will be able to support the weight of the door. Irregular or uneven surfaces, rounded radius bottom corners, or the improper angle of sidewalls can result in serious problems for your installation. If you run into any issues during these steps, please contact our customer support team by phone or live chat for assistance. Please review the following safety reminders before we begin the installation of the Mirage-X shower door by DreamLine. Once you decide the Mirage-X can be successfully installed in the opening, remove and inspect all parts, including the glass, from the box or boxes, and thoroughly examine the manual for the version ordered. Unwrap and visually inspect the glass. Leave the protective corners on until it is necessary to remove them. Do not install damaged glass, and be sure you have all the tools needed for installation. Please note that this shower door is reversible, and so is the patented L-bar used on top of the stationary panel glass. The ClearMax stickers indicate a treated side of the glass. You'll find them on one or both sides of both the door and the panel, depending on what's needed for reversibility. Leave the stickers on until the unit is installed. Check the width of the opening at the top, middle, and bottom, and check it against the size requirements for the shower door. Decide which wall of the shower the stationary panel will be installed on, and check that wall for plumb. The Mirage-X can accommodate up to 3/8 of an inch of out-of-plumb on the panel side only. Make sure the panel side wall does not exceed this measurement and that the strike side of the opening is square and plumb. Make sure the threshold is level across the opening and pitched slightly inward. Cut the bottom guide rail from the door end only to the bottom width of the opening minus 1/16 of an inch. File the cut end smooth. Mark the position of the bottom guide rail on the threshold, parallel with the outside edge. Mark the holes for drilling. Use a 1/8 inch bit for drilling into an acrylic or fiberglass threshold. For tile over wood, drill a 3/16 inch hole up to the wood, then pilot the wood with a 1/8 inch bit. Use a 5/16 inch bit and an anchor for a composite base. Use a good quality mildew-resistant silicone on the back of the bottom guide rail and screw it to the threshold. Place the vertical U-channel on top of the bottom guide rail on the panel side wall. Bring it to level, that is plumb, and keep it from moving and mark the holes for drilling. If a stud is present, drill up to the stud using a 3/16 inch bit. Then pilot the stud with a 1/8 inch bit. If there is no stud, drill a 5/16 inch hole and use anchors. Apply silicone behind the U-channel and install it using the provided screws. Separate one of the safe stop bumpers and place the metal half against the inside of the U-channel 1 inch below the top of it. The taped sides face the wall and the U-channel. Mark the hole for drilling. Use the same drilling instructions for the U-channel. Remove the paper from the VHB tape on 2 sides and install the metal half of the bumper using the provided screw. replace the rubber bumper. Use the same method to install a second bumper just inside the bottom of the U-channel, resting on the threshold. Dry fit the panel glass in the U-channel and on the bottom guide rail. The top cutout should be in the middle of the shower opening. Mark the bottom guide rail at the panel glass edge. The panel can be adjusted in the U-channel up to 3/8 of an inch if needed for an out-of-plumb condition. Check the panel for level and plumb. Vertical adjustments can also be made by inserting 2-inch sections of the PVC glass spacer in the bottom guide rail, up to 1/4 inch. The spacers should also be used over any screw heads. If adjustments are made to the panel, mark its final position at the U-channel with tape to make final installation easier. Remove the panel and carefully set it aside. Apply a 1/4 inch bead of clear silicone inside the U-channel and on the bottom guide rail up to the mark made earlier at the edge of the panel. Reinstall the panel up to the tape placed on the glass earlier. Allow the silicone to set per the manufacturer's directions. Check whether the L-bar needs to be reversed, and if it does, use the enclosed instructions in the manual to adjust it. Place the L-bar atop the fixed panel above the installed bumper against the wall with the glass bracket over the top of the panel glass. Be sure the outside edge of the L-bar is flush with the outside of the U-channel. With the cover off, mark the position of the L-bar's rear plate against the wall. Remove the rear plate from the L-bar and place it against the mark made. Mark the 2 holes for drilling. Drill 5/16 inch holes and insert wall anchors. Place the plate back over the holes and install it using the provided screws. Fit the L-bar over the glass and against the wall plate and secure the bolts using an Allen key. Fold the clear vinyl gasket over the top of the glass under the glass bracket and tighten the safety set screws with an Allen key until hand tight. Install the cover. To adjust the L-bar in order to influence the panel glass in or out, consult the manual. Measure the space in the bottom guide rail between the glass panel and the wall. Cut the bottom channel insert to that length minus 1/16 of an inch. Place a small glass spacer between the panel glass and the insert and use clear silicone to install the insert. Place the door glass on horses or another flat surface and install the roller wheels in the cutouts on the bottom of the glass. Note the position of the handle holes and be sure the bolts in the roller wheels face the inside of the shower. Leave the decorative covers off the rollers for now. Use an Allen key to separate the guide block assembly. Use a helper and a glass cup to lift the door glass and place the bottom rollers on the track on the bottom guide rail. Have the helper hold the door in place while installing the guide block assembly. Use a step ladder to install the guide block assembly. Place the posts on the exterior slider bracket through the cutout in the panel glass. Then place the sliding guide block over the door glass, align it with the exterior slider bracket, insert the posts in the sliding guide block, and tighten the top 2 set screws. Install the bumper vinyl on the strike side of the door glass and test how the door seals against that wall. If adjustment is needed, place shims beneath the door glass and have a helper use a glass cup to take some of the weight off the roller wheels. Loosen the center wheel bolt and use the included wrench to slightly raise or lower the rollers by about 1/16 of an inch. Check how the bumper vinyl seals against the wall after adjustment. Once satisfied, retighten the center bolt and reinstall the decorative covers on both roller wheels. Install the handle on the door glass with the larger knob on the inside top of the door. Peel the paper off the VHB tape on the 3 lengths of deflector vinyl and place them on the inside bottom of the door glass, the deflector pointing down with the longer piece going between the 2 rollers. Install the vertical vinyl strip on the inside edge of the door glass so the fin points toward the panel glass. Notch the bottom to fit around the deflector strip and the guide rail and allow it to drop into the groove in the bottom guide rail. This will enable it to act as a sweep for any standing water in the bottom guide rail. Apply a clear, mildew-resistant silicone to the inside perimeter of the shower, including the U-channel and the bottom guide rail. Allow 24 hours for the silicone to cure before using your new shower door.